Hey, this is Robin. I'm the co-founder and CEO at Similar AI. So I'm back for yet another video about internal linking. Yay! So I just want to take you through this internal linking opportunity that we've created. So again, an opportunity is a way of describing a way that you may update your site or your client site to make it more user-centric, to grow organic traffic and revenue. And we can create an opportunity for different things like launching new pages or for doing internal linking or cleanup or doing some content. And the idea is that it both contains the logic of how the opportunity works, but it also explains what we're doing and why, so that you could share it with somebody, maybe share it with a client or share it with your boss, to explain what it does, and they can kind of poke around and have a look at what the results are. And at the same time, you can also then, you can click on publish, and they can click on publish, and it will actually go live, because within the logic, it also contains the actual change it's going to make at a page by page level. And you can publish those and start tracking the impact. But it's a kind of a stop in between, hey, we've got this idea, and then we've actually worked out all the logic, and we've seen what the impact is on changes on the actual pages of the site. Before you actually publish, you can just click pause and have a look at whether it all makes sense. So this internal linking opportunity I actually iterated a few times for a site we're building a demo for. And initially we did the internal linking opportunity, which is often a common default. We just link from all the indexable pages to all the indexable pages with topically relevant links. So we have another help article where we talk about how to do that. It's very simple. But then we started seeing that blog pages were linking here. There are a bunch of pages. The blog pages were linking out to the jobs pages. And that looked kind of weird. There weren't that many jobs, but that looked kind of weird. So we were thinking, maybe we should make a different cluster, we call it. And so in one cluster, the jobs cluster, we only have jobs pages, and they may be linked to other jobs pages. And then the blog pages maybe only link to other blog pages, but it could be they link out to some of the product pages, and then kind of everything else. So that's kind of what we've built here. And we also had a look. We noticed when we were doing the initial internal linking, we're often linking out to the home page or to the contact page or the kind of main jobs page, which just summarizes all the jobs. They didn't look like relevant links, so we just wanted to exclude them all. So we also included that logic. So I'm just going to take you through how we did that and how that kind of evolved from that simple recipe. Each of those times we built the internal linking opportunity, and we had a look at the results by clicking on preview, and then we get it comes up with this dialogue and says, hey, this opportunity will be previewed. Are you sure you want to continue? And we can build linking graph. When we build the linking graph, actually this is not a huge site. There's 100 and something pages. So building the linking graph only takes a few minutes, and then we can go through and have a look. And often you see things that we go, oh, we messed out on that. We didn't realize that was going on. And so we see things that we shouldn't be linking to, or things that should work in a different way. So it's a great way of kind of iterating quickly, kind of like what you do if you're typing some notes into Notion, and you're adding some headings, and suddenly you go, oh, that doesn't look right. We should swap this stuff around. So actually being able to see the impact of your decisions is very, very useful. One of the tools that I used, I just went to the Pages view in Workbench, and I had to look at what we call top folders. The top folders just lists out how many pages, it does some other things too, but how many pages there are in each of the main folders on the site. So just to get an idea, there's kind of blog pages, there's about us pages, and there's also services and some other things. So this was all in Dutch. And then we were thinking, maybe we could do different clusters for some of those main folders. So we did that by basically doing a blog cluster, a jobs cluster, and then kind of everything else. So here, the blog cluster is an internal linking config. And so we talk a bit about internal linking configs, but they're kind of like the atomic unit of how we set up internal linking. And so if you have logic that works in a certain way and typically goes to a certain block or module on the page, then you do that in a single config. And so in this config, we're kind of linking from blog pages, so URL contains blog, and we're linking out to both blog pages and actually these services, Diensten in Dutch, these services pages, which was a change we made later on when we realized actually it's pretty cool for the blog pages to link out to some of those services, which is where the site actually makes their money. So we can go in and have a look. We can edit that config. Here we just said 10 links using the related type. So this is linking out with topically relevant links. And then here we're just choosing which pages we're linking from. So URL contains blog, which pages we're linking to. And just blog or services pages, and which pages we're boosting. So we don't have any boosting pages for this config. Pretty simple. For the jobs cluster, we can go and have a look. We can have a look at the pages we're linking from or from to. So here it's URL contains vacatures, which is Dutch for jobs, linking out to vacatures, but not to the main vacatures page. Just these. We can see there are only 3 pages that match up to this, and again without any linking boosts. So what this means is that these 3 pages will link out to the 3 pages and not elsewhere. And so you can kind of see that in the summary. I'm sorry, the 4th page will link out to these 3 more detailed jobs pages, and then kind of everything else. Here it's a little bit more tricky logic, but it's not really rocket science. So here we're just linking from all the pages that aren't blogs or jobs pages. We're linking to all the pages that aren't jobs or blog pages, but also aren't contact, also aren't the home page. And then we've got this slightly more complex one over here. We've got a recipe for pages just about certain people. And so that's basically all the other pages on the site. And again, we're not doing any boosting here. So these are these 3 configs, and they all work together. They're all going to deliver internal linking to here we just said the default position. That's the single block of internal links we're going to add to the page. In this case, these guys are going to use our internal linking plugin for WordPress that connects up to our server-side API for internal linking. But we can browse through and we can kind of have a look. Okay, we've got a jobs page here, and it's linking out to the other jobs pages. But we could also look at got a page about sustainable entrepreneurship, and it's linking out to a bunch of other sustainable entrepreneurship pages. Yeah, we can just check whether that all makes sense. We've got some different Search Console data in here, so it's useful to look at the pages that have the highest traffic or the highest impressions to make sure that everything is working as it should be. Again, we can use the top folders to get a different kind of view. But this is a way of building out a slightly more complex internal linking block that contains 3 different underlying bits of logic in each of these different configs. But you can see how easy it is to build this out. We went through, I guess I probably did maybe 10 or 15 different iterations on this before I found one that I was actually really happy with. And then the advantage is we haven't actually published anything to the API or to the site effectively. So we can keep on iterating on this and looking at how the links look. And then when we're happy, I can click on publish. When I click on publish, then it will connect with the WordPress internal linking plugin in the page template, and automatically these links will go live across the site. Once they're live, we can set up the interval type here. I can choose whether right now I've just done it manually, but I can say, hey, I'd like this to update daily. We can recrawl the site every day, and then these internal links will update every day. So as the team on the site deletes pages, we will no longer be linking to those pages. So as soon as we see that they're gone, we're no longer linked to them. And so no more broken links. And so the team there doesn't need to lift a finger, it just runs fully automatically. Secondly, if they start adding new pages, and they do add quite a bit more content, as they add new pages, those pages automatically get inlinks and topically relevant pages elsewhere on the site. It's much easier for search engines to discover those, and for search engine users, or people as we call them nowadays, to discover those pages. And so again, with this automatic interval type, we can use AI and the software here and the logic we've described here just to keep all the inlinks on the site up to date without needing to do anything. Yeah, that was it. If you have any questions about how to build more comprehensive internal linking logic for your site, please let us know. We'll be happy to help.